No, I'm not at home. The studio isn't here. We got some breaking news that I just literally got right before I went to stream, and that's why I was late. So please do me a favor, hit the like, share, subscribe for me. I know I look a little rugged right now, but don't mind that. So the headline is they gonna let more mold and yeast into our weed. I would love to know what y'all think about this in the comments. This is fresh off the press. This email wasn't even sent to consumers. This email was sent to license holders. So consumers are not aware of this. They are now because I'm telling y'all about it. But you know, I'm going to post the official notice when I get it. But it just to me, I want y'all's immediate reactions. Like, why would they allow more mold and more yeast? I'd like to know if there's any type of scientific reason for that. I don't think there's no scientific reason for what they're talking about. I think that's not good. What's up, hippie swan? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know in any. I mean, I don't know where any point where moldy weed is gonna be a good thing. So I just don't know why they're doing this. It seems to me like it could be another way to make us not want to support the program. I mean, I'm not interested in buying no moldy weed, especially when you're telling me that you're going to allow more mold than normal in it. And they try to make it seem like this is some kind of industry standard. But we were doing good on that. I don't think anyone recently has complained about mold, but I think that if we're going to facilitate mold at all, like I don't understand why we're increasing the threshold. Shouldn't be no damn threshold. Shouldn't be no mold, zero mold. So like I don't how much mold was allowed before, and then the other thing they're doing, with the yeast. Like, I don't want to smoke no yeast. Yes, definitely hit the like, share, subscribe button. America has low standards. I mean, I thought we had the most strictest testing program in the country, and I think that we stuck it to the license holders a little bit harder. Our labs were a little bit more aggressively testing for moisture and things of that nature. So, it seems to me like this could be a play for some other people to benefit, but it ain't us gonna benefit off no increased moldy weed. And the other part that scares me about something like that, unless you have a microscope, how you gonna see it, man? How you gonna know? Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Thank you for putting that advertisement out there. Appreciate it, my brother. So yeah, it's a situation that we need to keep an eye on. You can see the date on this. This date is today. So it's just happened, and they just sent it to me. So I didn't get to really get prepared like I wanted to. So that's why it looks like it does right now. But I'm going to write a blog post about this as well on my website because I think it's worthy of that, and see what the reaction is on social media. Um, but I think that for me, um, we're in a situation where the whole thing is just pretty much destroyed by this new law. To talk about that a little bit, the referendum, they need 250,000 signatures. There are multiple locations all over the state where you can go and sign a petition. I encourage you to read it thoroughly before you sign it. Please don't blindly sign anything without reading it first. That's kind of how we got to where we are. A lot of people just didn't get involved with issue two like they should have. And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody specifically, but I'm just saying, as a community as a whole, we needed to have a better seat. See, when we first tried to legalize it, I did have a seat at the table, and I would have had input on some of the things. But in the second round, I feel like they intentionally left me out, didn't want me on the committee no more because I was going to ask the tough questions. I'm a public figure. I'm a journalist. I was going to probably push back on certain things in their plan, so they decided to not have me in it. Um, and that I can't do about it. That's done. But what I can do going forward is absolutely demand that something else be written up besides Senate Bill 56 that will, in one section, make it even playing field for imps and can't make it even playing field because right now it's not, and also to provide a pathway for people who have criminal records related to drugs or felons, for that matter, a pathway for them to be able to get into the Ohio cannabis market. I'm sure plenty of companies would love to have some of these people who are sitting at home thinking, I can't work in the cannabis space, I got a felony. Well, Let me just say this very clearly. You can become the president of the United States and have a felony. How about that? So, I say that to say, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Anything's possible, especially when you got God on your side. And we got God on our side. He's in the chat too. Everybody shout out to God. Because God is here. He's always been here watching over us. And I think that's why I've been able to do some of the things I've been able to do. Yeah, growing your own is great. It helps me out a lot. But I also understand that people are sick and suffering. People have multiple conditions. And as much as they would probably want to grow their own, they simply don't have the capacity to do it. Growing your own is a skill set, it's a cost ratio. I mean, it's running up your utility bills, for example. Um, there's so many things associated with it. It's not for the faint heart, and it's not for everybody. But mad respect to everybody else who's growing it. I'm a grower too, so we all Ohio cannabis growers. I started a group. If you want to go follow it, it's on Reddit and it's on Facebook, Ohio Cannabis Growers. And we got a YouTube channel too. How about that? Go subscribe to that, Ohio Cannabis Growers. Yes. So it's a whole separate thing that I've been trying to work on, not just for me to show what I'm doing, but to give other people opportunity to show what they are doing, and share whatever knowledge. So one thing I'm pleased to tell you is that we're going to have a home grow educational workshop at the Ohio Cannabis Expo, and this should help people. I don't know, maybe learn some new tips or tricks. You know those saying, man. There's no way you know everything, but with AI, you can come damn close, right? You come close to knowing everything. But yeah, do me a favor. Let me know in the comments how's the weather. Did the snow melt in your neighborhood? Can you see the sidewalks now? And I just want to let y'all know, for those who didn't watch my YouTube short, a couple days ago, I had a really bad fall and I slipped and fell on the ice, not even at my house. It was at the foot of the driveway of my neighbor's house where I had cleared the snow a couple days ago. I mean, I literally took my snowblower and pushed it around the whole block so that me and Miracle could stop having to walk in the street. And then I still ended up slipping and falling. And there's all that saying, you fall, you get back up. And that's exactly what I've done. And if it happens to you, I encourage you to do the same thing. Fall, get back up, because God is going to make sure that you'll get back up. You just have the will, the power. We underestimate ourselves all the time, what we can actually do and what we can't do. And then, we beat ourselves up because we're so worried about this plant and how they're going to try to take it from us. And not on my watch. TikTok. They're not. What I'm here to do is to listen to what you all have to say. But like, which parent does it say? Which parent does it say has the strongest influence over IQ? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure, man. What do you think? That's a scientific question. Um, I'm a mastermind, so I would say all my brain's firing on all the cylinders. Um, but I could tell you that when people have certain conditions or pain or anything, it can block you from thinking clearly. I like to call that brain fog, if you've not heard that term before. But it's really a situation where you said you took after your dad's intelligence, Lynette. Okay, same here. I'm not gonna pick sides, man. My mom's very smart, and so is my dad. Rest in peace, Mike Pace. He was a genius too, in his own right, and my siblings are smart too, but they just don't even know how to use their power. And my sister, she's also very talented. She's a sister-in-law. Shout out to my sister Brittany. She might be watching this. Um, you know, One thing that I have always cared about is family, and we need to create a new family here. This needs to consist of every facet of the Ohio cannabis industry. Beyond Ohio Cannabis Live, behind any other groups everybody already started, but we need to create a group of people who, let's just say it out loud, want people to have access to cannabis in a respectful way and in a legal way. I want people to be able to get education about cannabis, to learn about the different potential medical benefits. We're not making any false medical claims here, but we do know there's a lot of research out there. Some of it is for it, some of us against it. Something I keep seeing, and you probably seeing it too, is these posts about cannabis use disorder, or CMH, or scrotum, whatever they call it. So throwing up and vomiting and screaming at the same time. Scroting. Mess it up. Scrotum, scrotty. Anyway, you know where you've heard this word. You've heard about this thing. What I would say is that in reality, let's ground ourselves in reality. Just like anything, whether it's alcohol, food, weed, cocaine, there is always a cutoff where you have just done too much. So I think what people don't realize is that for cannabis, it takes a lot to get to that spot where you're just like, oh, I'm tapped out. I'm done. Especially if you're like me, and you're using it for pain. Um, there's different reasons that happens. Probably it's probably tied into your endocannabinoid system. But it's a great question. And, as far as I'm concerned, like I said, I think it's a tie between my mom and my dad. Uh, White Girl Magic, hey, that's a great question. I'd love to hear what y'all think in the comments. So now she's asking me, but I'm asking all of y'all in the comments. Which parent do you think uh, scores the lowest on the IQ test? Or what does that mean? But, you know, I guess we were talking about intelligence and genealogy. Like, do you think your smarts come from your mama or your daddy? Simplify it like that. And don't forget to let me know how the weather's doing in your neighborhood. Location check where you tapping in from. And I would like to know something else. I'm gonna ask y'all a different question today. I want you to put in the comments how you found my channel, how you found out about Ohio Cannabis Live. Don't be a long scroll, but I would like to hear some of your stories of how you came across my channel and how is it helping you. I want to do better. I want to make sure that what I do here isn't just a waste of your Friday time. That's why we're going to do more shows. Like I said before, the morning show is going to be called Good Morning with Mastermind. And then the night show is going to be called Ohio Cannabis Live Prime Time. Prime Time. So we've been working on it a little bit at a time, but we also are working on Ohio Cannabis Expo Columbus. So if you haven't got your tickets, what are you waiting on? Especially if you got your medical card, it's free. If you're a bud tender, it's free. If you're a veteran, it's free. And if you got to pay, it's only $25 plus that. Not tax, but plus fees. It's not that expensive. It's free parking. It's free Wi-Fi. There's all kind of shops nearby you go to. There are hotels. I'm working on that. Help y'all figure out what a hotel's going to be at. But I hope that some of the people watching this live stream will be at my expo. I'm working really hard to pull this off. And, it's definitely a chore. I don't want to say the word chore. I'm going to say it's a bear. There's the right word. It's a lot. So anybody want to help out, I'm not rich like some of these other folks are. I literally be operating out of my house, y'all. The address on the bottom of the website. So, I'm just a regular person like you, that has spent a lot of time just trying to help people learn. Okay, great, Kevin. 4 years ago, the old reviews is how I found the channel. Okay. Is that where they're doing the signatures at, Bobby K? 36 in Akron, Cleveland area, or no? Oh, that's the weather. Haha. Gotcha. As soon as Ohio legalized, I started looking for YouTubers in Ohio and found you shortly after. Awesome. We discovered your channel years ago after we got our medical card. We were looking for information and we found it here. That's awesome to hear that, Bobby K. And I do appreciate you being here and all the rest of you that are here, whether you was tapping in on the replay or you're tapping in live. I certainly appreciate you being here. You have no idea the impact that you guys have on me. I don't mean to say guys, that y'all have. I'm gonna say y'all. I don't want to say guys. It sounds sexist. I just sometimes I wish I could share more with y'all about what's going on. But what I can tell you is that we're going to have a good expo. We're going to have an experiment workshop, and that workshop is going to help people learn about what they may need to do to clear their record. Um, I can tell you this. We're going to have a special guest who got a pardon from the governor of Ohio. And I think this story will be worth hearing because he's going to explain to you how he did it. So I think that's going to be good. Um, we are, again, going to have some legislative panels. We're going to do the Women in Cannabis panel, Seniors in Cannabis. And in those panels, I really want to try to zero in on a couple things, but I also let them do what they like to do as well. But I think one thing that we need to have a conversation about as a community is the opiates and how pain management is non-existent. So people who have legitimate reason for pain management can't find it. I want to talk about how I was able to use cannabis. I am able to use cannabis to help me with my pain, and it has helped me a lot. But another thing that helps me with my pain, y'all, this channel. As I said earlier, my extended family. You all have been here for me through a lot of different things, and I know sometimes you watch the whole video, sometimes you tap out because you got to go take care of your family or business, and I respect that 100%. Family first in my book, so that's why I want to make sure all of y'all know that you will have a good time at my expo. If you've never hung out with me, some of the people in here have hung out with me before, so you already know how it goes. I'm gonna say that. Let's just say things don't get as green as a text behind me. So this rule that they just put out. Um, I'd like to read it to you, but I can't from this particular phone. Let me see if I can pull it up from this phone, and I'll read this to all of y'all so you can hear it. Because when you hear it, it's gonna sound even more bonkers than you know what I mean. It's just crazy. So bear with me while I pull it up. Because I did send it to some other people. Um, so I thought I did. Um, Hold on, y'all. So yeah, tell me what you got going on for Friday. You cooking anything? Smoking that green crack? How is that, Tony Brown? I should know Lynette was gonna be on it because I know you liked it. I liked it too, man. I just couldn't. It's not enough for me, man. I need more than that. And man, I could swore I had this message, um, but I don't see it here. You know what happens is I got too many messengers, too many pages, and there's so much stuff going on. Uh, it's mind-boggling. So when I got the message, I was looking at it like, wait a minute, more mold. And why would we want more mold? I don't understand the logic here and why we would want more mold. Nevertheless, I ain't got to read this to you. It'll be on my site. You can read it. It's just weird. It's just like the testing thing. Um, they made our weed test lower. So if you go buy something that's 19%, it's actually going to be 21, 22 because they changed the formulary to make it artificially seem lower than it actually really is. And they put this law into place. It's not a law, it's a rule. Put this rule into place on 420 last year, right on everybody's noses. So after all that we cycled, then everything after that was under the new testing campaign. That's why you're seeing all these products that are testing at 19, 20, 21, when before they were testing much higher, much, much higher, 28, 29, 30, 35. So that's why, if you haven't noticed that or not. I'm going to talk about prices real quick before I go. Prices, okay? So it's clear to me that pricing is regional. So you may be down south and you may be paying $5 or $10 more than I'm paying here in Columbus. What I have to be very clear with you is that prices are dramatically less than they were in 2019, in 2020, and in 2021, and in 2022, and in 2023, and in 2024. So I think that, when the prices dropped before, this is more related to a surplus and the whole confusion about when rec was going to start. I think the prices dropping now is a more situation where there's too much inventory and not enough people buying it, certain products, and this creates a huge surplus. And at that point, now we're talking those deals we get up north. This get this, buy this and get this for $1, get it for a penny. You already know. So spend this much money and get a free pre-roll. So they have started to incorporate some of these deals that we hear up north. They're just not exactly there. I mean, if you're expecting to get zippers for $36 in Ohio right now, just be real with yourself. We went from $100 vapes to $20 vapes. So, and it took us a while to get there. So I do believe prices will continue to come down, especially as more dispensaries open, more growers come online. There is a couple more growers that ain't even online yet. How about that? And processors, I believe. So our program is certainly growing behind the scenes. I think that people are so frustrated with it and all this the confusion that they're not even seeing any good out of it. They're not even seeing all the new dispensaries that are being put up. We had one that's put up here in Columbus in a building that's been sitting empty for 15 years, and it used to be a drug dealer spot. So now it's a Terrasana, and this place used to be called Buckeye Fried Chicken. We always call it the Black KFC. We made all kind of names with that BFC, but it's now Terrasana, and I can't wait to go over there and speak to them because it's closer. They're getting closer to my neighborhood. I live on the east side of Columbus, and Terrasana. My connection to that dispensary is they were the first dispensary to open in Columbus, Ohio, and I was one of their first customers. So I have some history there with old Terrasana. Shout out to Terrasana. So I think that it's an opportunity for me to continue to help promote the expo and say, hey, come on down. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be trying to get us a deal on a hotel. So for those who just want to come and see me and hang out, get your room, don't feel pressured like you got to go to the expo. We'll be doing stuff all day, all weekend. But we would love to see you at the expo so you can have maybe get a chance to get in that cash grab booth I got. So, I need y'all to do me a big favor. First of all, make sure you've liked, shared, and subscribed. More than 50% of the people watching my content have not subscribed. Isn't that a shame? And make sure you check the notification bell for updates. Jimmy said his wasn't working, so make sure you. Something else people tell me to do is tell them I ain't gonna do that. Then I try to sound violating service or something, call it a cheat code or something. But just make sure you subscribe. And I do want more mold and yeast. But yeah, I mean, again, I think there are people, uh, epinomium that do want to grow their own, but don't know what to do, and that's why we're having a home grow workshop at the Ohio Cannabis Expo. So I'm not. I told you I grow, so I'm not against growing your own. I'm for it 100%. But as I had said a little bit earlier in my messaging, I know that there's people out here that just physically can't do it, and I'm aware of those people, and I know some of those people who, if I could set up something for them to maintain, it would be easy enough for them to do. That would be great. But again, people have physical limitations. People have all kinds of other things going on. So I know that, unfortunately, much as people want to grow, they really can't because of their commitments to whatever they got going on with their family or whatever. And remember earlier, I said family first, and that all my family too. So that's why I try to do a good job of paying attention. You said your house is small, now room for a tent. See, that's another challenge with it. Is this thing grows big, man? You grow out of the tent, you next thing you got a jungle in your house, like I do. And I think that you know we have to continue to educate people. Um, People may know some things about cannabis, but there are other things that are new. Like there's this thing going around that can basically take the THC out of your plant, and you won't even know it. You can't even see it. They have to run a special test on the plant, and it'll tell them if it's tested positive for this particular thing. I can't tell you the name of it right now, but there is something. There is these things. Obviously, we got bugs, and that's always going to be a thing. If you got good pest management, you won't have that problem. But this other thing, you can get this from like contamination. Let's say you cut one plant and it's infected, and then you cut another plant without sterilizing your shear, your clippers, and then you can transmit it over to the other plant. If you look up, rare cannabis plant disease, you'll see the name of it, and it could be something we could talk about on another show. But I wouldn't have learned that had I not been meeting y'all and watching videos and listening to what everybody's telling me. I might have missed that. Jimmy, you got the two 3x3s. One still new in the box. You ain't popping out yet. You gotta pop them out, man. Get it out the box, man. I got some seeds for you. I'll get you going. Hippie Smiles, you said growing seems like a whole lot of work. I totally, wholeheartedly agree with you. It is not just a whole lot of work. It becomes an emotional thing, especially if you have a plant and it's dying or it's not performing right. And, it's a plant, but still you start to build a bond and connection to the plants. And when you know that one's not going to make it and you're going to have to like kill it, I just don't like doing that. I want everything to grow. I don't like killing stuff. Something else I need to share with you is that my clownfish died a couple days ago. So if anyone's interested in a saltwater 60-gallon saltwater tank, let me know. Email me. You know the email, info@ohiocannabislab@gmail.com. Subject fish tank. So I know you're not spamming me. Um, you would have to come pick it up and get it. I can't carry it for you. It's a 60-gallon tank. You get the filter, you get the light, the little covers that go over top, all that. Right now, it still does have water in it, but that could be drained out. But I've had many pets, many fish. I think I've had a bunny. I think we had a rabbit one time. We had a turtle. I don't know about the rabbit. We had a turtle for a long time. I don't know why. We had a turtle. We had a saltwater, freshwater tank. So we had a lot of different little pets. Then we've had four dogs actually. Miracle's our fourth dog. So we've been to a lot of pets, and so I'm just trying to slim down the responsibilities because having a fish is another responsibility. You got to keep feeding them and keep an eye on them and go on and forth like that. So that's really what I've been thinking about. Let's see. Layer cake luster, heck yeah! I'm going to start growing some more layer cake here soon, y'all. If there's any other strains you think I should grow, please do me a favor and leave it in the comments and let me know where I can find said seed. Don't just tell me a name and assume I'm gonna find it. Guide me to it. Don't you ain't necessarily gotta put the link in there, but you can at least tell me the name of the breeder so I can do my research on it. Uh, would you believe that they're selling THCA layer cake online right now? I could buy THCA layer cake online. I'm just so curious. I should do it, right? Do a video on it, right? That's a video, right? Hey, maybe you say this a lot too, but kind of look like that one singer. Uh, nah, I don't think so. Nah, maybe it says a lot to you, but you kind of look like that singer, Halick. Man, I don't know exactly who that is. You got me want to Google search that, man. Hold up, who? Now you got me wanting to look it up. Let's see. Who'd you say it was? Halick. I don't know. Spelled a strange way. No way. I don't look like him. No way. His beard is much longer than mine. And it's definitely not the white guy, so. And this is other guy. I don't look like him either. Nah. And by the way, this ain't AI. Oh man. Do it. Check out that layer cake from Lit Farms. Um, no. Lit Farms isn't like from Detroit or online or Lit Farms from where? Ice cream cake from Seed Junkie. Yeah, hey. That's probably a winner right there, Jimmy. That's probably a real chicken winner dinner right there for sure. Oh, okay, online. Okay. Shoot, send me the link in Messenger. I want to look it up. You don't mind, Lynette? All right, check in here. Who else is in here? Everybody who's in here, say hello, man, so we can get this algorithm going. And everybody in here need to smash that like button. We only got 11 likes, man. What kind of numbers is that? Everybody in here, type in right now, I'm in here, so we can see how many people are really actually in here. And then after you type in that you're in here, type in what city you in. Get the algorithm going. Keep it going. Let's go. Hi. Okay. I'm here. All right. 17 people in here. Somebody else talk. Okay. Keep going. Keep it going. Hey. Okay, Lynette, you already said something. Keep going. Dayton DYT. Hey. There's some more people in here, man. Y'all better chime in. There's Brook Park. Come on, man. Who else is in there? Hey, I already hit the like. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, Bobby K. Kevin B, my guy. What's up? How you doing today, Kevin? Thank you for being here. I thank all of y'all for being here. Are you in Columbus? That's right. I forgot, Kevin. You see, I keep forgetting stuff, man. We talked about that before, man. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Hippie, you in Dayton? You in my hometown? Stop. Are you just visiting or you live in Dayton? Well, you don't tell me that online. We'll talk later. But no, yeah, that's Dayton. That's my hometown. Yeah, you know it. You know everybody's hitting the thumbs up in the algorithm, man. We're up to 14 and 19 people. So if you're just joining us right now, we're doing a location check. Please do me a favor, even if it's on a replay, and put um, what city you're in, what's the temperature right now where you're at, and if you want, let us know what you're medicating on and what you're having for dinner. Tell me it all. I want to hear all of it. And if I miss it because I'm not here, just know I look at comments even after the stream. I want to thank all the channel members for being channel members. I am working on something for you, so keep your membership active if you want to get a part of that. Um, and again, I want to just give a special shout out to Jimmy and Lynette, who have been my moderators for some time now and been with the channel for a very long time. I really do appreciate y'all helping me moderate, and I hope that this has been something that helps you all in whatever path you're going to take towards success. That's really what my goal is here is to try to make people feel better and to give people accurate information to the best of my ability, the best of my knowledge, and to make sure that we don't get ran over on these laws and these rules. And, unfortunately, I just could not figure out at that time what the cheat code would have been to perhaps get them to not pass this thing and go back to something else. So, again, I think I want to add some things in the comments before I go. And this is just about the law, weed law. Thank you, Jimmy, for adding the extra membership in there. Hippie Smiles is back online. You got your membership back active, Hippie. Welcome to the club. Um, do you think it's totally reasonable um, for people to um, not really understand uh, what the hemp situation is really and how it affects them on their daily lives? I think that a lot of people remain confused about what is legal and what's not, and this is something that we struggle with because every time we think we've got the rules down packed, a new rules package has been introduced, and this makes everything more complicated. And now we have people who have no idea what's about to happen. So right now, I can just tell you here where we are. The law is supposed to go into effect on March 20th or somewhere around there. The referendum deadline for the 250,000 signatures is around that same time. So I think we're going to find out in short order in the next 30 days or so, or less, how many people or really want this thing repealed. And that's going to really be uh, useful information. I do want to tell you that it will, no matter what ends up happening, we're still having the Ohio Cannabis Expo. Please go ahead and get your tickets now if you haven't already, um, because it will fill up quickly. I know people like to wait till the last minute, but don't do that to me. Get the tickets now. And we we're striving to have people here, not just for you to look at booths, but for you to get information. You may be there seeking guidance about something or looking for information. Maybe you have a brand that you like and you'd like to talk to them. Um, you know, I know people have their feelings about these companies right now, but if there's a company that you like, doesn't matter whether it's a dispensary, a grower, processor, um, please let me know in the comments what your favorite Ohio cannabis company is, if you have one. And answers that don't work, don't put grow your own. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you to tell me if there's at least one company in the Ohio cannabis program that you actually like, or do you hate them all? And that's okay if you say that. Mastermind's not gonna get mad at you for saying that, but I just want to hear some honesty here about, has anybody found a dispensary that is doing it all right and is offering reasonable products and prices, and is treating you respectfully. If you found somewhere like that that makes sense, feel free to leave their name in the comment. Uh, Vaping the Ascension Seeker, dang best price around me currently, by far. Prefer Woodward, Anthos, and Galenas. I still don't know who the hell Anthos is. I'm not sure about them. And you know who they are, actually? Because I'm not sure about them. Galenas and Riviera Creek, but too expensive. Now they need to do mini half specials better. All right, so that's a great answer. Thank you for sharing in. Terra Santa, he's a Santa Claus? Terra Santa. That's just how I would have spelled it. Terra Santa. Terra Santana. I knew what you meant, Lynette. I'm just messing with you. But uh, oh, okay. Thank you for educating me. So Anthos is FRX premium line. See, I know that I like FRX Gary Payton. It's pretty good, and you know, Terrasana was one of the first dispensaries to open in the state, and I was one of my first customers there. Um, but to be honest, I've had mixed experiences there here in Columbus. I had better experiences at their stores in other locations. So I've been to all their stores except for the one that they just opened, and I'll be going to that one too. So Terrasana, I'm coming to see you. You ready? You never had any luck with Galenas. Everything I've tried has been dirt. Well, I can make a few suggestions. Second Breakfast, Alien Pebbles. Uh, Help me out, Lynette. Name some more. But those are some of the go-tos that I could say that were really great. Mary's Medicinals, Transdermal. I think Benelli's is still making those, as a matter of fact. And yeah, Benelli's, they're making a lot of stuff. So I think it's Benelli's. The Solo Burger was the worst. Really? I didn't really hate the Solo Burger. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't horrible. Um, but is there any other company that you had that you actually like? I know we talked about Firelands a couple of different times, me and you, Jimmy, but I mean, for me, Firelands only has like one product that I think is the one, and that's the Northern Lights. Um, Other than that, I've not had anything recently from Firelands that I like, and it's just because um, I'm very selective on my strains. Nothing against Firelands. I like Firelands. Firelands been around since the very beginning. One of my first buys was from Fireland Scientific. So they've been in the game for a while. Um, and I just think that a lot of these companies right now, they're trying to find the shiny new dime to get you to come buy stuff from them, to get the attention, to get the rave and the buzz. But the problem is, no one's raving and buzzing about it because there's so much other negative things going on to have the word cannabis associated with it. No one could listen to any of the positives. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you want to hear something positive. Well, I ain't reporting on nothing positive today, man. They just talking about they're gonna make the weed moldy. That ain't positive. That's absolutely bonkers. Um, and it's just like, when I was reading through it, I'm just like, this is like reading through the indictment for, I mean, the lawsuit for the 9 companies. Like, why are we doing this all now? Why didn't we do this before? Why now? Why now are we adding more mold to the weed? I don't. Anybody in the comments think you can make sense of that? I can't make no sense of it. Okay, I just think it's pure insanity that we already had one of the strictest moisture tests in the country, and then now we're gonna lax it back and let this stuff get a little moldy. Because it's one thing to say, we're going to do something with the threshold as far as something else, but we're talking about mold. Usually, the result we're looking for is none detected. So, if we're looking for none detected, and they put in this new rule, I want to know what that means. So I'm working real hard to get some people at our expo who can answer these questions way better than I can and go in all the technical terms about TACA, TACV, etc., and help us learn more about it. Because again, it is very complicated. I'm not going to pretend I know all about it. I'm going to let you know that I have been studying it lately, but I still want us all to have some more education as a group. And we're going to start out doing something easy, even if it's a virtual meeting, to make it easier on everybody's pocket and travel. That's probably something we're going to do. Just to let y'all know that the YouTube channel, we're going to have to create a secondary channel, and I'll talk about that more as we get working on it. But also, just make sure you follow us on all the other platforms. Instagram, follow us there. Discord, we're on there too. Follow us on Reddit. We're on Reddit too. I mean, we're on every single platform that matters. I'm on Twitch too. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on X. Just look up Ohio Cannabis Live and put your favorite social media network behind it. I assure you, my name will come up. We're out here, and our goal here is to make sure people know what's up. Ooh, vanilla, try RSO. Yeah, that sounds good, man. We was talking to somebody else, but vanilla RSO does sound tasty. And what did you say here? Uh, Adding pesticides and radiation to food. Yeah, it's a terrible situation with the way food is being made these days. Uh, ep- Epiphenomia. I can never. That's a hard one to say. Epiphenomenium. How close am I? Epiphenomenium. Is it close? Um, so nah, there's a lot of bad things in the food. Yeah, I'm on Discord. It's under Ohio Cannabis Live. Got the little Discord server. Um, I can always send you an invite if you can't find it, hippie. Um, you have to see if they have RSO yet because the last time I was there, they didn't have any. Gotcha. But he had me thinking it was a vanilla RSO. Don't that sound slick? Vanilla RSO, I need that. You will pray that she doesn't have it. Oh no, what am I missing? Find out your mom has it. Has what? I mean, what are we talking about? Okay, I can just call you Epi. All right, cool. I know I want to mess up your name. Okay, yeah, you talking about some products, man. I was gonna say, what are you talking about? But now I get it now. I'm in somebody else's conversation. It's all good, man. So yeah, so what I think is important. What's this button do? Hey, be right back, y'all. Stand by, y'all. All right. That wasn't a what did he call it? A level 3 audio alert? That's not what it was. I was talking to somebody, and y'all didn't need to hear what I was saying. So I'm gonna read y'all's comments. Oh dang, I don't know. They could order things for you. Ohio Clean Leaf and Ancient Roots, they are pretty good too. Haven't haven't had the Tom and Berry yet. Hey, I have the Tom and Berry, y'all. I Yeah, I liked it. I think it's Tangy something. It was a good upper daytimer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now this vanilla stuff y'all going on about, man. Is it so? That's somebody's name, but you got me thinking, man. Is this a vanilla RSO out there? Because I might want to try that out. Of course, they want to stock products. So, yeah, I mean, so just to give y'all a little bit of education about dispensary operations. So they have somebody called a buyer, and a buyer buys this stuff for all the dispensaries based on sales and things of that nature, and also based on feedback. Hey, thanks for being here, Mama Mastermind, with the super chat. I see you. And you know, they're always looking for feedback. So if you're telling them, hey man, if you get this one right here, I'm your number one customer. I'll buy all of it. I mean, if they get enough people coming in and saying that, like Layer Cake, for example, then they're gonna come in there and buy all that. So I think if you have a good bud tender who is listening and makes notes of it, and you say, if you're a regular, I mean, you go to the same dispensary. I'm a creature of habit, so I do go to some of the same places on a regular basis. Sometimes I pop up at new places, and they don't know me at all. Sometimes they do know who I am. But it's important to, before you go to dispensary, know what you want. I mean, because if you get there and you don't know, now you're going to be there wasting your time. And always look at the label and look at the product before you finish the transaction. Always say, "Can I see that?" Make sure your labels is right. Make sure it's the right product, and make sure it don't look like trash. If it looks like trash, it probably is trash. So you should not buy it. Get something else. That's just where we're at with that. So, in closing, we're going to talk more about this mold situation as it progresses on. And we're also going to be talking a little bit more at some point about this accusation that the AG put out. That'll be a whole nother episode. But again, I thank all of y'all for being a part of the channel. And we are family. Yeah, that's right. We are family. We are one unit here, one plant under God. Indivisible, invincible. And all I can tell you on the way out is that I'm blessed. You're blessed. Keep the faith because God's already got it figured out for us. Things will improve no matter what your situation is. And just know that God has already worked it out. But He's also open to suggestions via email or prayer. So don't be ashamed to email God and tell Him what's on your mind. Even if it's ugly or bad, He's still there to listen to you because He loves you. So make sure you do that. Keep the faith. Like, share, subscribe. Visit OhioCannabisExpo.com to get your tickets. If you are a medical patient, the code to get a free ticket is Ohio MMJ 2026. If you're a veteran and you're watching this, the code is VET 2026. And if you're a bud tender, the code for bud tenders is Bud Tender 2026. Shouldn't be too hard to remember. Verification will be checked at the door, so make sure you bring whatever you need to bring to verify your status. I thank all of y'all for being here and being a part of Ohio Cannabis Live's family in the channel. I look forward to doing more stuff with y'all in the future and seeing some of y'all in person very soon, even before May. So, y'all all have a good weekend. If I don't talk to you again, you probably will. But if I don't, I thank all of y'all for being here. Peace.